Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we continue with new subtopic, applications of integration in economics and business. Last subtopic for this chapter. For this subtopic, we will learn about cost, revenue and profit function, consumer supplies, producer supplies and market equilibrium point. For this video, we just focus on cost, revenue and profit functions. First, cost function Cx. To find Cx, we just integrate C prime x dx. Cx is variable cost plus fixed cost. C0 is fixed cost. Next, we have revenue function, Rx. To find Rx, we integrate R prime x dx. And R0 always equals to 0. Why R0 equals to 0? Since when we not produce anything, so we will not get any revenue. And last is profit function, pi x. Same as before, pi x is Rx minus Cx. Revenue minus cost. We go to example 4, number 1. The marginal cost function of x units of products is given by C prime x equals to 0.3 x squared minus 120. First question, find the total cost function given that the fixed cost incurred by the production is 5,000. Question A, we want to find cost function Cx. Cx is integration of C prime x dx. We already have C prime, so we put C prime is 0.3 x squared minus 120 dx. Then we integrate, we get 0.3 x cubed over 3 minus 120x plus C. We simplify, then we get 0.1 x cubed minus 120x plus C. We know that fixed cost equals to 5,000. And formula to find fixed cost is C0 when x equals to 0. So we substitute x equals to 0 into function cost. So 5,000 come from x equals to 0. Then we solve, we get C. Include our cost, our total cost function is 0.1 x cubed minus 120x plus 5,000. Question B, we want to find the total cost at the production level of 25. Level production refer to value of x. So we want to find cost B, to find cost at x equals to 25. Then we substitute 25 into x. So 0.125 cube minus 120 times 25. Fixed cost 5,000. Then we solve, we get answer 3,562 ringgit 50 sen. Then we conclude the total cost is RM 3,562.50 sen. We continue question C. Find the production level when the cost of production is minimized and the minimum cost. So we have two items to find. First, level of production, value for X, and next is minimum cost. Still remember how to find minimum cost? Still remember the step? Okay, we recall back. We already have C prime, so we no need to find it again. So we direct let C prime equals to 0 to find value for X. Okay, since this is a level of production, so cannot be negative. So X equals to 20 only. We differentiate again, so we get 0.6x. And we have x here, so we put value x is 20. Then we solve, we get 12. 12 is greater than 0. So minimum cost exists. And next, we find minimum cost. Okay, to find minimum cost, we substitute value for x into cost function. Our cost function is, okay, now we substitute x equals to 20. Then we get answer 3,400. Okay, and last we conclude the production level is 20 units and the minimum cost is RM 3,400. Question number 2. The marginal cost of a certain factory is given by C prime x equals to 0.0003x squared minus 0.16x plus 40, where x is the level of production. Find the additional cost of production if the level of production is increased from 50 to 100. Okay, now we want to find additional cost. To find additional cost, first we need to integrate C prime to get cost. So Cx equals to integration of C prime x dx. So we integrate 0.0003x squared minus 0.16x plus 40. Okay, we want to find additional cost increase from 50 to 100. So we put value integration from 50 to 100. Okay, then we integrate, we get 0.0003x cubed over 3 minus 0.16x squared over 2 and plus 40x from 50 to 100. We simplify, we get 0.0001x cubed minus 0.08x squared plus 40x. Okay, then we substitute 150. So we get 0.0001 100 cube minus we substitute 50, 0.000150 cube. We calculate, then we get 1,487.50 cents. Then we conclude the additional cost is RM 1,487.50 cents. Question number 3. To produce a certain product, the marginal cost is given by C prime x equals to 4x minus 200. If the total production cost for producing 200 units of item is 90,000, A. Find the fixed cost and hence state the total cost function. Okay, we want to find fixed cost and total cost. We already have C prime x. To find fixed cost and total cost function, we need to find cost function. To find cost function, we integrate C prime x. So we integrate for x minus 200. Then we get answer 4x squared over 2 minus 200x plus C. Then we simplify, we get 2x squared minus 200x plus C. To find C, we have information cost producing 200 unit is 90,000. So C 200 equals to 90,000. So we substitute x equals to 200 and equals to 90,000. Then we solve, we get C is 50,000. So our cost function Cx is 2x squared minus 200x plus 50,000. Okay, to find fixed cost is C0 or same as C, small c. So our C, our fixed cost is 50,000. Question B, we want to find the minimum cost and its corresponding quantity. So we use step to find the minimum cost. We have C prime equals to 4x minus 200. We let C prime equals to 0. Then we solve, we find value for x. Then we get x, 50. We differentiate again, we get 4. 4 is greater than 0. So minimum cost exists. Okay, then we want to find minimum cost. Minimum cost, so we substitute back x equals to 50 into function cx cost. Okay, our cost is 2x square minus 200x plus 50,000. To find minimum cost, we substitute x equals to 50. Then we solve, we get answer 45,000. We conclude the minimum cost is RM 55,000 for 50 units of production level. Question number 4. The marginal cost and demand functions of a product are given as C prime x equals to 30x and x equals to 200 minus 0.2p, where x is the number of items produced and sold per week and p is the price per unit of item. The fixed cost is 2,000. Question A, we want to find the profit function. So we want to find pi x. Pi x is Rx minus Cx. We have information C prime x equals to 30x and we have function x equals to 200 minus 0.2p. We need to arrange p in terms of x. So we get 0.2p equals to 200 minus x and p equals to 1000 minus 5x. Function p same as y. Now we find the profit. Pi x equals to revenue Rx minus with cost Cx. To find revenue, we use formula Px times with x minus, to find C cost, we integrate C prime x dx. Okay, so we get revenue 1000 minus 5x times with x minus integrate 30x dx. Then we solve, we get 1000x minus 5x square minus 30x square over 2 plus c. And we know our fixed cost is 2000. So we substitute 1000x minus 5x square minus 15x square minus with 2000. Our fixed cost is 2000. So we get 1000x minus 20x square minus 2000. This one function for profit. Question B, determine the profit made or the loss suffered when 60 units of items are produced and sold. Okay, now B, we want to check either we get profit or loss. So we substitute 60 units, x equals to 60 into pi function. So x is 60. So I copy first. X equals to 60. Then we get answer negative 14,000. Since negative, so we lost. So we conclude the loss suffered is RM 14,000 when 60 units of items are produced and sold. We continue question 4C. Find the level of production which will maximize weekly profit. Same question. Now we want to find level of production when profit is maximum. So we need to use step of maximum profit. We already have profit function. So next step we differentiate profit. We get 1000 minus 40x. Then we let pi prime equals to 0. So 1000 minus 40x equals to 0. Then we solve, we get x equals to 25. And we check either maximum profit exists or not. So we differentiate again, pi double prime. Then we get negative 40. Negative 40 is less than 0. So maximum profit exists. Then we conclude 25 units of level production will maximize weekly profit. And last question, find the total cost, total revenue and the price per unit when profit is maximum. Okay, when profit is maximum, value for x is 25. Maximum profit, so x equals to 25. We need to find total cost. We use previous answer. Our cost function is 15x square plus 2000 function cost. Then we substitute x equals to 25. Then we get answer RM 11,375. Okay, next we find total revenue. Our function Rx is 1000x, previous answer minus with 5x square. Okay, so we substitute R25, we get 1000 times 25 minus 5 times 25 square. Then we get answer RM 21,875. And last, we find price per unit. Price per unit is PX. Function for PX, we use previous answer, we get 1000 minus 5x. So we find P25. Then we get answer 1000 minus 5 times 25 equals to RM 875.